Imagine transforming your life, outpacing 99% of the world with just 5 minutes each day. In this video, you're going to learn a proven but underrated secret that the experts and professionals all use to get extremely successful. This is a simple technique that will teach you how to turn minutes into milestones. 5 minutes. That's all it takes to start setting yourself apart from the crowd. I've invested a lot of time and work into breaking down complex ideas into easy to follow, practical steps that you can quickly integrate into your day. This video is packed with these straightforward strategies to help you excel. You'll discover a 3-part method that's not just theoretical. It's a practical, life-tested approach that I've honed through personal trials and my own experience using this technique. This isn't just about doing more, it's about doing right efficiently. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn this method, but see how it's already transforming lives, just like yours. Are you prepared to leverage just 5 minutes to significantly enhance your success? Stick with me through this step-by-step guide that will take you from ordinary to extraordinary. It's easy to follow, but make sure you watch every part to see how these pieces fit together into a powerful whole. So, what's this all about, and why just 5 minutes? Here's the deal. It's about harnessing the power of minimal commitment. The smallest efforts, when consistently applied, can lead to massive outcomes. Think of it like learning to play chess. Initially, you might start by understanding how just one piece moves, the pawn. It seems simple and maybe even a little inconsequential at first, but as you continue, day by day, learning more about the other pieces, the knights, bishops, and eventually the king and queen, each piece's potential starts to unfold in your strategy. Fast forward, and you're not just moving individual pieces. You're thinking several moves ahead, strategizing against your opponent's plans, and developing tactics that can help you win the game. Just as each chess piece has a unique way of moving, each small step you take in your personal growth can have a distinct impact on your overall success. This is how 5 minutes a day dedicated to learning and improvement can expand your capabilities significantly without feeling overwhelmed. It's not just about moving the pieces, it's about mastering the board and eventually the game itself. Now, you might be asking, is it really that simple? If you're on the lookout for quick fixes or overnight miracles, this video isn't for you. True success requires more than just wishful thinking. It's built gradually with precision and dedication. However, if you understand the value of patience and are ready to put in the work step by step, then you're in the right place. Stay with me as we explore how deliberate small actions can create substantial, lasting achievements. And why 5 minutes? Because it's just long enough to get something meaningful done and short enough that it's not overwhelming. Everyone has 5 minutes. While someone's watching the latest viral video, you're investing those precious minutes into your future. Here's how it works. Choose your task. It could be reading a page of a book, jotting down your thoughts, doing a few push-ups, or even meditating. The key, make it achievable. Set a timer, 5 minutes, no more, no less. This precise limit reduces procrastination and sharpens focus. In fact, 5 minutes of concentrated effort can be as productive as 2 hours of distracted work. Consistency is key. Do it every day. Same time, same place. Make it as routine as brushing your teeth. Consider this classic example. If you saved $1 every day, by the end of the year, you'd have a straightforward linear increase, $365, enough for a nice treat. But when you invest that same daily effort into your personal growth, the returns are not just linear, they're exponential. Each skill you learn and each insight you gain doesn't just add to your capabilities, it multiplies them. As these skills compound, they accelerate your progress, propelling you towards success much faster than you might expect. This isn't just growth, it's transformation. You might be skeptical, asking, can I really achieve all this in just 5 minutes? But let's flip the script. Think about how often a quick phone check morphs into 30 minutes or even 3 hours, lost to aimless scrolling. Before you know it, those just 5 minutes have consumed your entire day, vanishing without a trace. Every minute you spend scrolling is a minute stolen from your potential. Imagine instead using those precious increments for self-improvement. Just 5 minutes of focused effort, consistently applied each day, doesn't just add to your life, it multiplies, transforming minutes wasted into milestones achieved. Don't let trivial distractions hijack your time and your future. What's one small commitment you can make today? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in our case, just 5 minutes a day. Make those minutes count, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you can transform your life. Rule 1 is about realization. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's realizing that to stand out, you don't have to climb Mount Everest or invent the next TikTok or ChatGPT. It's about noticing what others overlook. And guess what? Most people overlook a lot. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're at a park. Everywhere you look, people are on their phones, headphones in, tuned out from the world. Now here's where you do something different. Instead of pulling out your phone, you strike up a conversation with someone next to you. Maybe they're a local business owner, or they have insight into a hobby you've been curious about. This small act, a simple conversation, can open doors that were invisible to others who were too busy scrolling their lives away. You see, most people are caught in a loop. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, TV, and repeat. They do the minimum to get by, not because they're lazy, but because they haven't realized there's another way. They're asleep even though they're awake. They haven't realized that by shifting just a small amount of their daily routine, they can achieve something extraordinary. Remember the age-old question, how many people does it take to change a light bulb? One. But that person has to realize the light bulb is out. Realization is the first step to change. Now, apply this to your life. How often do you go through your day on autopilot? How often do you complain there's not enough time, yet you spend hours each week just zoning out? The first rule, realization, asks you to wake up to these moments. Realize that every minute counts, and you can choose to spend it differently. Let's break it down further. Start by being aware of your routines. What are you doing that's purely out of habit, not necessity? Next, evaluate these habits. Which ones help you grow, and which ones hold you back? Finally, take action. Swap out time wasters for small, productive habits. Instead of watching another sitcom, listen to an insightful podcast. Replace aimless social media scrolling with reading a few pages of a compelling book. These are just a few common examples to inspire you, but the key is to choose activities that align with your personal growth goals and the areas you want to develop. I get it, change is uncomfortable. It's much easier to stick with the familiar. But remember, comfort is the enemy of progress. By simply realizing and acting on opportunities that others miss, you set yourself apart. Remember the beginning of the video? It's not about doing more, it's about doing right, efficiently. Think about what you've just realized about your own routines. What's one small change you can make today? Maybe it's deciding to wake up 10 minutes earlier to plan your day, or choosing to walk during your lunch break. It's these little realizations, acted upon day after day, that build the staircase to success, and all it takes to start is a simple shift in perspective. Rule 2 is about making note of small wins. If realization is about waking up to opportunities, small wins are about seizing those opportunities one tiny victory at a time. This rule is the heart of our strategy to surpass 99% of people. It's about accumulating small, daily successes that build momentum towards larger goals. Imagine this. Each day, you decide to invest just 5 minutes in learning a new skill, organizing your space, or jotting down your thoughts. It might not seem significant at first, just like saving $1 might feel trivial. But unlike financial savings, which are often linear, investing time in personal growth compounds dramatically. Those 5 minutes daily don't just add up, they multiply. Each small investment builds on the last, rapidly accelerating your abilities, efficiency, and knowledge. By the end of the year, you haven't just accumulated over 30 hours of self-improvement. You've exponentially enhanced your capabilities, far beyond what you could achieve with sporadic, larger chunks of time. That's the real power of small wins. Why do small wins work? Because they're manageable. No one climbs a mountain in one giant leap. It's done step by step, and each step is a small win. And here's a little secret. Small wins feel good. They release dopamine, that feel-good chemical in your brain, and that makes you want to keep going. It's nature's way of giving you a high five. Speaking of high fives, if you're finding value in this video, why not give it a like right now? It's like a high five back to me. But anyway, how do you make sure these small wins aren't just random acts, but a consistent part of your day? Here's a simple 3-part strategy. Start by identifying small actions you can take that align with your goals. Want to be healthier? Your small win could be choosing a healthy home-cooked meal over ordering something from Grubhub or Uber Eats. Looking to learn a language? Spend 5 minutes on a language app like Duolingo. Put these small wins on your daily schedule. Treat them like important appointments that you absolutely cannot miss. 5 minutes for meditation at 7 a.m., 10 minutes of reading at lunch. Scheduling reinforces commitment. This is crucial. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Celebrating reinforces your behavior and makes it more likely you'll repeat it. Did you choose to walk instead of taking the bus? Pat yourself on the back. Now you might think, but these are just tiny things. Can they really make a difference? Well, what do you call a snowball at the top of a hill? Potential. Just like that snowball, which starts small and gathers size and speed as it rolls down the hill, your small actions can grow into something much larger. This is known as the snowball effect. Starting with something small, and as it gains momentum, it accumulates more snow, becoming bigger and more impactful with each roll. Every time you take a small step towards your goals, think of it like Michael Jordan at the start of a basketball game. Imagine him beginning the game with a streak of successful shots. Each basket he scores early on builds his momentum. As this momentum accumulates, Jordan enters the zone, a state where his focus is laser sharp and his performance seems effortless. In this state, it doesn't matter who guards him or from where he shoots. He's going to make the shot no matter what. This early hot start acts as a catalyst, setting the pace for the rest of the game. Similarly, each small, consistent effort you make builds your momentum, enhancing your ability to perform at your best, turning daily, disciplined actions into major successes. It's about incremental progress. Each small win builds your confidence, hones your skills, and gets you closer to your ultimate goals. You start to trust yourself more, because you see that you can commit and follow through, even if it's just 5 minutes at a time. And remember, every big success story you've heard started with small, unnoticed actions. The author who writes a best-selling novel started with writing a page a day. The marathon runner started by running around the block. Think about the small wins you can start collecting today. What's one small action you can take right after this video ends? Maybe it's doing 10 push-ups, writing a thank you note, or setting your clothes out for tomorrow morning. Pick something, do it, and then celebrate it. You're on your way to building a mountain of success, one small win at a time. The third rule is about embracing discomfort. If rule 1 was about realization and rule 2 about small wins, rule 3 is where you truly start to stretch your limits. Embracing discomfort isn't just about doing what's tough. It's about growing in ways you never thought possible. Let's get real for a moment. Comfort is nice, but does anything memorable happen there? Not really. It's in those moments when you're a bit uneasy, a bit unsure, that real growth happens. Think about the first time you rode a bike. Scary, right? But the thrill of finally pedaling on your own was unforgettable. That's the beauty of discomfort. It pushes you into new experiences that stick with you. Now, embracing discomfort doesn't mean you have to go bungee jumping tomorrow. It's about smaller, more personal challenges that are relevant to your goals. It's choosing to give a presentation at work when you're terrified of public speaking. It's about asking for feedback on your project, knowing it might not all be praise. Why did the introvert go to the party? To embrace discomfort and leave after 5 minutes. But hey, they showed up, and sometimes that's all it takes. But how do you start properly embracing discomfort without overwhelming yourself? Here are 3 steps. What are you avoiding because it makes you uncomfortable? Make a list. It could be as simple as speaking up in meetings or trying a new workout class. Begin with the basics, much like you do with small wins. If the idea of public speaking unnerves you, start by contributing more in team meetings, and then perhaps lead a brief session. Gradual exposure is crucial for boosting your confidence. Remember, even legendary athletes like Stephen Curry and Cristiano Ronaldo started as beginners and were not always in the spotlight. After you step out of your comfort zone, reflect on what you learned from the experience, regardless of the outcome. Did you learn something new about yourself? Did you handle it better than you thought? Discomfort today means resilience tomorrow. Each time you choose discomfort, you're not just doing something tough, you're becoming someone tougher. You're forging a version of yourself that's equipped to handle bigger challenges and seize more significant opportunities. What's one area in your life where you've been staying comfortable? What's one step you can take this week to leave that comfort zone? Maybe it's signing up for the gym to start getting the body of your dreams, or finally starting that YouTube channel you've thought about. Whatever it is, take that step. Embrace the discomfort and watch how it transforms you. Remember, success is not about giant leaps, but about consistent, manageable actions. Just 5 minutes a day can set the foundation for a life that's not only successful on paper, but truly fulfilling. Here's a thought to ponder. What small action will you commit to today? Drop a comment below. I'm eager to hear about your choices and how you plan to implement these strategies. Your insight might just inspire someone else to begin their journey. If you've enjoyed this discussion on mastering success through strategic, incremental actions, you'll find our next video very enlightening. We'll explore Machiavelli's provocative insights on power and success, exploring how his dark philosophy challenges and expands our understanding of what it means to achieve greatness in both our personal and professional lives. Don't miss out on this compelling continuation of our journey into the dynamics of success.